I can sense that you miss my long form content, and that is why this one's for you. Even though I came back from one 12-hour duty because medicine's not giving me other time to shoot, so I have to shoot it right before I'm sleeping. Anyways, having the clean girl aesthetic, having the 75 hard challenge, having everything perfect, meditating every day, exercising every day, studying like 6 hours a day, everything crammed in one day. Yeah. So, I mean, for a good amount of time, I really thought ki that was it. If I'm not able to do that, means I'm one loser. But honestly, it's not very humanly possible to sustain it. So, I developed some sustainable habits of my own, which I really hope you can learn from as well. So, we're gonna cover 10 odd micro or macro habits that you can actually incorporate into your daily life and will make your life better. Let's address doom scrolling, okay? I hate it. I do it. I still do it. That's why I delete Instagram because I hate when I doom scroll. I feel like shit. It really hits you like a post scroll clarity, pun intended. But yeah, you just feel miserable, man. I've employed a few ways that I can really avoid being chronically online, even though you will see my like on every other reel. My first daily rule that I actually religiously practice every day is for the first 3 hours to 2 hours of my day, I will not look at social media. The only app that's allowed on my phone would be replying back to work related WhatsApp texts, my parents, or Spotify. That's it. Spotify, morning, Suprabhatham, that's the only thing that happens on my phone. Second thing is in the night, try to keep your charging point as further away from your bed. So, like, let's say you have to sleep at 11 o'clock. 10:45 you've charged your phone, you've kept it, and I don't care if you're like, oh my god, overnight charging is bad for your phone. I don't care. I charged my phone. I've sat on my bed, I've switched on a reading light. Either I'm sitting alone with my thoughts or I'm reading a book. Currently, I'm reading this. Don't look it up. If you're not a book person, open your laptop or some other device which is not your phone and watch one episode and sleep. And the third thing is, every time you do open Instagram or any other app to doom scroll, just question yourself. The moment you open it, just question yourself, why am I on this app? If my answer to that is something like, oh, I need to reply back to my friends, I feel like sending a reel to my friends, then I'm allowed to, use it for 5 minutes or something. But if that's not my answer and I'm only opening the app just because I'm bored and I need to distract myself and I'm constantly worried about how hollow my life is without scrolling and without 5 different apps open, then close the app. Second micro habit is, dude, so like now that I'm working, I don't really get a lot of time to study. And I have to employ smaller ways to incorporate studies in my life. The way I do that without getting bored, without getting into a loop of negative reinforcement, this you can do even when you're not feeling like studying, but you need to do something, is flashcards and questions. They act like doom scrolling because they give you the similar kind of instant gratification that scrolling gives you. You do a set of flashcards, you're instantly feeling a little more knowledgeable than you were 5 minutes back. You do a bunch of questions, it's faster, it's quicker, it does not require a lot of your attention span. So you're bored, you feel like opening Instagram, just open Anki instead. And on my cheat hours, I just watch old YouTube, like AIB, Girly Appa, EIC, and those videos because nothing's the same anymore. Exercise, dude, honestly, yeah, it's very difficult to get it done every day, but there are a lot of people like, I hate sports. I'm not sporty. I hate taking staircases, but I discovered lifting, and lifting makes me really happy. I really try to get at least 2 to 3 days of lifting per week. And if I'm not able to get that done also, I just walk everywhere, bro. I don't even use transportation anymore because that's better than staircases. This anti-gravity motion personally cannot handle. But yeah, just walk, because our lifestyle's actually a little sad, and that is why a lot of young people have a lot of comorbidities at this point. A bunch of these challenges also include time for meditation. I'm gonna be honest, guys, that's a little difficult. For people who can pull it off, good, great for you actually. But for people who can't pull it off, I have two options. Either sit on your bed in the night and just sit. Okay, sit for 10 minutes until you want to fall asleep and sleep. Or just shit in peace, bro. I mean, just stop using your phone when you're on the pod. When I've eliminated my phone from these two situations, that's it. I don't need separate time to sit and meditate. So also, when I go to the gym, I avoid listening to music and try locking in, because otherwise I will keep running away from my thoughts and emotions, which is just bad. Another thing is that I know the internet tries to sell you a lot of things, but one of it being, self-care. Self-care doesn't mean that you're sitting with face masks every day. Self-care is bare minimum, bro. Things like taking a shower every day, maybe putting some Vaseline on your lips, putting some Nivea cream on your face, and like putting some moisturizer on your hands and legs. They make you feel nice. They make you feel like you want to get out of your room and conquer the day or something, because you just smell nice, you feel nice. You don't need fancy products. You just need like a soap, a moisturizer, probably a scent. It can just be Water Girl or Axe, can be anything. And lately, guys, I have become fancy. I have a night care routine and I'm gonna do it in front of you. I just washed my face. I'm gonna put cream. It has retinol, ceramide, night repair cream. I 100% in my brain believe that this is placebo, but also it has things like retinol and all, which have been proven to be good for your skin. But again, this is not really a necessary. Just wash your face and sleep if you don't want an elaborate night care routine. Another micro habit I've developed is right before sleeping. I've noticed a lot of this has to do with sleep. First of all, a 7 hour is a non-compromisable. Maybe you can push it to a 6.5, but like right now it's, what is the time, bro? Yeah, right now it's 9:30 and I know I need to be in bed by 11 because I have to wake up at 6:30 to get back to the hospital. Non-compromisable. Regardless of how your day is, keep your sleeping and waking up time fixed and you're chilling, bro. You're actually chilling. I never did this even up until the end of 4th year, but sleep in sleep clothes. Bhai, sleep in actual sleep clothes. You feel so much better and you wake up feeling so much better instead of sticky and gooey and ewy. The point is, I don't care if you don't sleep in clothes also. It's just that do not bring your entire day's exhaustion that lies in your work clothes into your bed. You will just feel bad. Don't do that. Another thing is, before sleep or when you wake up, have a gross idea of the things you need to do today. I'll tell you about my day tomorrow. I want to finish ward work, I want to attend OPD, I need to eat my breakfast, I need to eat lunch. I need to go to the gym. I need to study for a minimum of 2 hours. I need to cook my own dinner and I need to edit this video. This is what tomorrow is going to look like in my head, okay? Now, I'm not going to be like, oh, tomorrow I need to wake up at 6:30. At 6:35, I need to brush my teeth and do one flashcard. No. Stop micromanaging your day, otherwise you'll not feel like doing it. At the same time, also don't not plan your day. Know what you have to do the next day so that you don't waste it. But if you micromanage it, you will get overwhelmed and you will not want to do anything anymore. So yeah, bring some sort of spirituality. If not spirituality, if you're an atheist, bring some sort of gratitude in your life on a daily basis. It's nice to sit back and think about things that you're grateful for on a daily basis so that you do not feel miserable. And if you're someone who is spiritual like I am, I like praying to God, and sometimes it doesn't have to be putting one deepam and sitting in a japam and full, that and all you don't have to do. Really, I'm telling you, some days my prayer, that's my God, by the way, this side he's sitting, I do and leave. I give them a flying kiss. That is some sort of prayer. I'm telling you, if some dada is watching this, they're going to be deeply offended, but I'm just showing my love to my favorite gods. I do have favorite gods. One day in the middle of the day, I'm like, damn, I am glad I talked to my friend for an hour today. That's kind of cool. I'm glad they're in my life. I'm glad I could talk to my parents today. That's really cool. Stuff like that, dude. It doesn't have to, it's not that deep. It's really not that deep. Stop comparing yourself to people on the internet and their massive schedule and whatever they're doing on a daily basis. We're all very different. They have different goals. So none of that 75 hard stuff, okay? Like, I really don't really believe in it. There needs to be a balance. You define the balance, not someone else. My balance might be very different from what yours is. I want you to remind yourself on a daily basis that life maybe hard, but I'm harder. I'm definitely intended. Alright, guys, see you. Bye bye. I will sleep in an hour. I don't know why I'm looking. There is no watch because do not take your work to the bed with you. So, yes, just sleep. I think I'm gonna do that because I feel like giving myself 8 hours today.